Hello again, comrades. This is a reshoot of how to change the date on a Russian watch. We're reshooting it because we've improved our equipment and we're getting a little better resolution on the dial, and I wanted to make sure that you could really clearly see what I'm demonstrating here. We got a lot of requests at the very beginning to have a video available on the Watch Comrade show that would show how to change the date on how to change the date on most Russian watches, because it's a little unusual and it's not a typical quick set date. For one thing, let's make it absolutely clear, there isn't a position on the crown to set the date like you would on like you're accustomed to on most, say, quartz watches or watches from Switzerland and so forth, where you have the position on the crown to change the date. The way you change the date on a Russian watch, or at least again most Russian watches, is as follows. You don't have to go all the way around the horn and actually go through 24 hours every time you want to change the date. I chose this one, this Expedition Trophy from 2009, because it does have the GMT hand, so you can actually see very clearly when we're passing midnight. And that's what you do. You take the watch past midnight, and the date will change. Now, at this point, you toggle back counterclockwise 4 ways. Usually you don't have to go back that far, it just depends on the unit. And you heard that little click and you saw the date move in the window. Then you take it back past midnight and the date will change again. You follow this pattern of toggling back and forth, and that is how you change the date on most Russian watches. This way you don't have to go all the way around the horn and change the date by going 24 hours every time. It's the closest thing to a quick set date on the Russian timepieces. Now, I know, and you know, that you hear time and time again from people that it is verboten to take a watch, a mechanical watch, counterclockwise. I want to make it absolutely clear. This is the manufacturer's suggested method of changing the date on a Russian watch. As long as you don't get too crazy or too aggressive and go back hours and hours, and all you do is tightly do this activity between midnight and usually back sometimes as far as 8 o'clock. This one is. Sometimes it can be a lot less than that. It just varies. It's not an exact thing there. If you're just doing that, you will not damage the movement. Let me say again, this is the manufacturer's suggested method for changing the date. Now you see how the date, watch this, the date will jog a little in the window, and you'll hear a click, and then you know it's time to take it back past midnight. And it'll change again. Let me do that one more time. It didn't quite give me the... There you go. You heard the little click, you see the date move a little in the window, and then you know it's time to take it back past midnight. Again, let me stress that this is the manufacturer's suggested method for changing the date on these watches. You will not damage the movement if you keep your counterclockwise activity tightly within this motion of toggling the watch back and forth. I'll change it one more time, and hopefully this will help you to understand how the date changes on most current Russian watches. Thanks a lot, and keep watching.